do for my wife. So now I'm finished with all that stuff and time to get cranking again. I'm excited about this season and the growth that we've shown so far.
Coach Daryl Taylor, just flat, obviously flashed last year. I mean, 8 sacks, but you got pretty much all those in 2 or 3 games. What can you do to get him more consistent?
Man, just work on it every day and just showing him film and he's had to bring it. He's the face of the program with the defense right now, and expecting a lot of things out of him. And it's a year since the first time we put the defense in, so he should be more comfortable with it and understand what to expect.
You expect to see a lot of competition at that other outside linebacker spot opposite Daryl?
Sure, all of them. Daryl don't have anything locked down right now, so it's going to be fun, man. I think, like I said, the guys are comfortable. Last year coming in with the staff and a new defense, and every day was new for those guys, like Groundhog Day. So they feel better. They feel better about their body and more confident. So it's going to be interesting, man. It should be a fun camp.
How much better is that for you as a coach to get that, the comfortable side? You're past that now. You can just talk ball and schemes, things like that.
Man, it's unbelievable. It's like buying a house. I bought my house last year, and I turned the lights off, and I'm touching, trying to find out where this is. I'm bumping in this wall or this chair. But now I can turn the lights off and walk all through my house. I'm comfortable. I know where everything is. I know where my glass. I know where the forks and all that stuff. So it's the same thing with those guys. They know what to expect. Now we can really, coach and teach ball instead of just the little things that we had to do last year.
What changes have you noticed in Jeremy's, whether it's his approach, his style, just now that he's kind of had a year under his belt as a head coach?
Me personally, I think just the relationship part. I think, coming in last year, I may be speaking out of turn, I won't be speaking for him, but, coming in as a head coach and, you're trying to build your program, you're trying to get your weight room, you're trying to get the medical, you're trying to get the academics, you're trying to build new things and, trying to create the culture. And a lot of times when you're doing all this stuff, you don't get a chance to really get to know your players. So now I think he's done a great job of taking this year, this off season, and really getting to know the players. So now they know his expectations, and when you come at somebody, you know where it's coming from. Sometimes I tell my guys all the time, you got to know that I care about you, first thing, and I love you. And so when I ask you to do something, you got to know where the place is coming from. It's coming from the heart. It's not because of, I'm trying to be mean. I'm trying to, be reckless with, with you. So I think that's where we are right now. I think that's where he is right now, and it can be said for the entire staff.
What does having that ability to walk around in the dark in your house allow you to do as a defense?
Well, I'm not gonna step on toe and all that stuff. But nah, man, it's a comfort level, man. You can say something. It's a buzzword, and they know what you're talking about. You can look at them, and you don't have to go into detail. And like I said, last year, man, every day was a new day. They didn't know what to expect for practice. They didn't, think last year this time they're nervous because they don't know, what we're gonna do. The second practice, what are we gonna do? Season, what are we gonna do? All season, how's it gonna be? Recruiting, the summer workout. Now those guys is going through every phase of the program, and so now they say, okay, now I see the big picture.
Coach Rumph said earlier today that, while he knows it's a cliche, he really feels that this is the best coaching staff in the country. As a coach that's, coached at some big staffs, do you feel like that's the case here at Tennessee?
Yeah, man. You gonna always say that any place that you go, but I really feel that way. I've been on some really good staff, but I really enjoy these guys. I enjoy coming to work. I enjoy being with them, and I work with some great men. Besides football coaches, they're great people, man. I enjoy being around them. My family enjoys being around them, and I judge a lot of things for as that with my kids. And my sons come up here, my oldest, when he gets here, and my youngest, when he's around, he feels comfortable going in anybody's office and sitting down and doing whatever. So, and I look how they deal with other people's kids, and so that, it makes up a lot for me, what I look for.
Coach, how big of a deal is that for your quality of life in this profession? Because it's not like you're at a bank where you leave 5 and go home. You guys are together all the time.
All the time, man. So if you're not happy, then you're gonna take that home to your wife. And a happy wife makes a happy life. And so the time and we're together in that little small office and things that we're doing, and the conversations that we're having, the heated moments that you're going to have, you got to know that, hey, you know, all of us want the same thing for each other. We want to be successful. We want to win a lot of ball games, and we want to impact lives as much as possible. And if you don't have those people in the room with you, man, it's tough, man, looking over your back and, you know, what's his motive for saying this, what's his motive for doing this. But when you know it's coming from the right place, man, you go to war with it.
What was the toughest thing you guys had to work through together as a staff last year?
Just, you know, bringing all the different ideas and from different places together, and trying to figure the team out. You know, every team is different. What is it going to take for these guys to understand what we're trying to do? You know, trying things and it's not working, and trying to figure out, okay, how can we, you know, be creative to get these kids to understand what we're trying to do and where we're trying to take them.
What have you learned about your position group and your guys in the last year that can help you maybe coach them a little bit better this fall?
I just learned them. You know, I understand them more. They understand me more. And, you know, I told them that they got to know that I love them, I care about them. Because some of the things I'm going to ask them to do, it may be crazy, but they can't question it. They got to say, you know what, if coach tells me to jump out of this window, you know, I'm not going to get hurt because he has my best interest in mind. So those guys know where I'm coming from. And, you know, a lot of times you say things, and we all say things when we get to new jobs and things like that, but they don't want to hear it. Those kids want to see it. So it's been a year of them seeing me for who I am and for me being real and seeing me around my wife and seeing me around my kids and, you know, how I interact with them and, you know, seeing my oldest son play college ball as well and see how I deal with him, and they're looking at me like, whoa, he's tough on him just like he's tough on us.
You talked about Darrell Taylor being the face of the defense right now. What do you want to see from him before the season starts? What's he need to do?
Man, just leadership. You know, we're still sort of a young team, especially young in this scheme that we're running. You know, he's got to, you know, we got to one from the front guys. If they're not, you know, doing what we're asking, they're not holding up the standard. So, besides just the football part, just being consistent in the field, and then just the leadership, because he has the qualities, and he's got to believe in it and just do it.
Chris, how paramount is it that you find somebody on the opposite
Could you
side?
repeat?
How paramount is it that you guys find somebody on the opposite side of Darrell? You know, whether it's a Roman Harrison or DeAndre Johnson or Bennett or whoever, that can become kind of a consistent second edge of that.
You know, because right now, if you're playing us, everybody's going to slide the protection to him, so you got to have some type of threat from the other side. And, you know, I told those guys, man, I would love to play on the team with Darrell Taylor. I'd like slide over there, put all the protection, and give me the one-on-ones, and, you know, let me have some success. But it's gonna take a group effort on the other side, and, you know, Darrell's gonna have to be patient and play within the defense, and those guys know that, hey, I got an opportunity to be, you know, really good.
What can you tell him about facing those double and triple teams?
Just coaching it, man. Just coaching different techniques and things, ways how to defeat it, and then, you know, we're gonna have to be creative as well as with some of the things that we're doing as well to protect him and try to get him in situations where it's one-on-ones.